Howdy, peeps. Sorry this is taking so long to get started. It is frustrating as hell. I mean, I assume just as much for me as it is for you, but that's probably not accurate. It's just, yeah. I guess everyone's on the internet right now in my building. That shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, let's do this thing. Girls and Panzer. Yeah, sorry the stream is taking so long to get started today. It seems to be an issue with, I'm gonna guess YouTube or my internet. So, of the two factors that are allowing us to stream and talk to each other, one of the two is the problem. I am not gonna try and guess which one it is. You should be getting 30 frames per second. If you're not, there's something has gone horribly awry. So, while I'm seeing the game at 60, I'm only streaming at 60 and 720. Because, you know, issues with bandwidth, apparently. Wow, that's a really tough tank she's driving. Although I guess it's the, end of movie tank, and I'm just driving Rose Hip's Crusader, so... Oh. So beginning of movie, end of season. It's not like she gets an upgrade of any tank during the film. Yeah, see, when you play this mission as... Boom! When you play that mission as Miho, your only job is to get through the city without getting killed. Whereas when you play as Rose Hip, you actually have to take her down. It's kind of neat that they have two completely different kinds of missions on this one. I neglected to announce the stream on Discord. Could someone do that, or I'll just, you know what? I'll just go do it myself. What am I saying? Let's go do that. So if anyone has any pitches for matches they'd like to see or ideas, just let me know, and we'll load them up. Right now I'm just going to try a couple of matches from the storyline. Hey, Frankel.
いでは試合を始めます。大隊長、ひまわりは高地ふもとに達した。先遣隊によると頂上に敵はいないそうだ。判断を行う。
罠かもし退路を確保しつつ、朝顔はひまわり左翼。オッケー。
昨日の敵は
それじゃあ行くわよ。
前進しろ。
前進よ。前進。前進。
こちらアリサ。
前進。
朝顔西。
CQ 朝顔。こちら大隊長車コーチの上にひまわりが。西さん、無理な突撃。攻撃開始。敵車両発見。
敵の情報が届いたぞ。
敵はチハタンズの脇から突破する。あれあ、こらと。それ敵車両発見。外れたぞ。
よし、聞いてるぞ。
撃て撃て。装填完了。装填1方向から砲撃を確認。前進よ。
前進しろ。装填完了。
左側面に避難。ファイヤー。装填完了。
火は熟した。
Hey, Coltusha, what's up? Katusha is the best school song. Jesus, Frankel, that's terrible news. Keep your fingers crossed for good news following up. Oh, damn. Naomi just got blown up.
203ダッシュよ。うわー、やりましたね。ひまわりは二手に分かれて、上からタンポポと朝顔の援護をお願いします。試合終了。
How long does it take you to build a model, Pat? I mean, I know it depends on the tank, but just overall. Yeah, I'm going through some of the story missions. If people want to see a particular match, we'll do that too, but I just thought, let's do some story missions.
大学選抜チームとの初遭遇戦は朝顔と安住さんの中隊で始まりました。うわー、やっぱりドキドキしますね。大学選抜チームとの試合は朝顔チームの皆さんどうでしたか？
相手の発見が遅れてしまい面目次第もございません。地破綻魂一歩及びませんでした。
無念であります。こっちの守備体制はできてたけど、向こうはチャータンズのところから突破を狙ってきたのね。
はい、援護しようにも弾幕が激しすぎて援護できませんでした。
追撃しようにも集中攻撃で出足を止められるし、ここはやられっぱなしだったわね。
私たち朝顔を倒すんじゃなくて足止めして突破する作戦だったんですね。そうだったの？なんかいろいろすごい感じで何が何だかわからなかったよね。シャワーみたいに玉が降ってたから。そうそう、目が割れるかと思ったもんね。朝顔も結構大変だったのね。
Yeah, I had in time looked interesting. They didn't send me one, so I'm gonna like wait until it's on sale if I ever get around to playing it. But it looked pretty awesome, and I love old-fashioned Banjo-Kazooie type games and Mario 64 type games. It definitely looked like it was gonna fit that mold. I just have not gotten around to it. On the other hand, just unrelated to that, Vampire is amazing. Just wrapped it up this morning. Videos coming after it is released and I'm allowed to post them, but just Vampire is solid gold. Can't say enough good things about Vampire.
ああ、確かに右翼を進む私たちタンポポもパーシングの攻撃を受けましたよね。そうそう。戦闘が
Did we do this mission on the stream? Oh wait, this is the no, this isn't the swamp survival battle, is it?
むしろ応戦させることが狙いだったんだな。
さすがは大学選抜チーム、おやりになりますわね、美穂さん。これは思い出作戦で検証するのがよろしいのではないかしら。
私たちも良いところはあまりありませんでしたが、より正確なデータを得るためにできればやっておきたいですね。わかりました。では時間は少し遡りますが、ひまわり中隊が高知頂上に到達するまでの右翼、タンポポ中隊の戦いを見てみましょう。じゃあアリスちゃん、よろしくね。せーの、パンツァー4。
Now, someone commented today, no, the other day, maybe 2 days ago, not important what day it was, they were asking why all the colors were so bright on one of my Earth Defense Force videos. And I remembered, honestly, I have for so long only played games with the color saturation turned up to 100%. that I forget that this isn't what games are supposed to look like. And it's weird, because when I'm on the treadmill, I'm playing games, and everything looks grayer and blander. And I just assume it's because my television sucks, because the television in front of my treadmill does suck. But no, it's because I've got the color turned way up, so everything is rich and vibrant. And honestly, I don't know how I played games before that. Although, technically, I do sometimes play games in black and white. We should totally see what World War II historical footage of Girls and Panzer looks like in black and white. Alright, we're definitely going to do that. Oh, do Assam and Ur sound the same? Are they that close? Yeah, let me know how you enjoy Red Orchestra 2. I liked the Vietnam add-on. Does it come with the Vietnam add-on, or do you have to buy it? Or do you have to buy it? Air show? Nice. I've done that twice in my life. One when I was very young, and the air show included like a legit biplane, which was very cool. They didn't get out and wing walk or anything, but there was a biplane there, which I thought was awesome. And then I later tried it when I went to one when I was a teen, and turns out I was allergic to sunblock, so that was not a pleasant day. I hope you saw something particularly awesome at the air show. Wait a minute, there were tanks at an air show? Now I'm confused. I'm kidding, I know they're just military shows. Yeah, of course we'll load up a Clara fight in a bit. I do want to try something first. We're gonna do the Yakusoda fight. You know, the Carl Girat fight, but we're gonna do it in black and white, and then we'll move on to selected matches. Oh my god, so I went on the internet and I found out what 157 was about, and it pissed me off so much. Alright, are you ready to find out what it was about? Because it's gonna blow your mind. Okay. I rage quit Mystery Room twice. Yeah, so 157. Alright, here's what happened. It's gonna piss you off when you find out about it, because it pissed me off. All of the equations, you were supposed to be counting, so if it said, I don't remember the exact equations, right? But let's say it said, one of them was like 12, oh god, it was so weird. It was something minus 8. It was like something minus 8 equals 1. And we're like, but then it has to be 5 or whatever. You were supposed to count. Oh no, we don't have to. I just have to survive for a minute. Don't worry about the tanks here. All right. The point is, I will explain. I don't remember the exact numbers, but let's say the equation was 3 minus 5 equals 1. You would say, that's complete gibberish. How does that make sense? But it's a true equation. And the answer is, you were supposed, even though you were looking at the number 3, you were supposed to say, okay, well, if that is a true equation, then what is the only way that can be a true equation? It's because if you look at the number 3, there are 5 letters in it. If you look at the number 5, there are 4 letters in it. So if you minus the 4 letters in 5 from the 5 letters in 3, the answer is 1. So when something was like 6 divided by 2 equals 1, you're like, that's not right, that can't be right. But 6 has 3 letters, and 2 has 3 letters, so what you're really looking at is 3 divided by 3, which does equal 1. That is the actual solution to that puzzle. Whew. Sorry, I'm getting angry just thinking about it right now. I hated that so much. Yeah, it was a trick question, and it drove us crazy last night. Like, it drove us crazy. Lady HOGuru came home. I had her look at it. It drove her crazy. You know, we looked up what the answer was, just the answer, not how they got there, and we tried to reverse engineer how it works, and we had nothing. So yeah, it was a rough night. It was a rough night. Yeah, I don't know who would think like that. Somebody did. Black and white! I don't know why I so aggressively yelled black and white, but here we go. First I'm doing Carl Girat, but then we'll go do chosen matches. I got a slider. I got a color saturation slider. So let me just show you. I'll just show you what the color saturation slider does. So all right, this is the game. Okay, so that's. This is. Oh, I'll stop the auto so it doesn't just run. So right now it's in black and white. This is what the game is supposed to look like. Your factory setting, how it comes out of the box, right now on screen, as I'm speaking, this is what the game is supposed to look like. This is how I play the game, a much richer color experience. But you can also turn it all the way down to 0, and you wind up with black and white. No, this isn't integral to the PS4. This is something I do with my capture card. I personally like the effect, but I don't know that, oh, whoops, that everyone does.
お願いします。やった。
皆さんの健闘を祈ります。
継続の皆さんありがとう。試合終了。
The game I recommend is the game I always recommend. Check out how much it costs, but there's 2 third-person shooters that are available relatively cheap these days. And I'm going to recommend both of them. One of them is Vanquish, which is just amazing. It's like the fastest first-person shooter, third-person shooter you'll ever play. Super quick action, great gameplay, rock-solid controls. Like, the best game. Okay, so we're going to Tank Garage. We're making a T-85 with Clara in charge. And then the second game, Vanquish. V-A-N-Q-U-I-S-H, Vanquish. It's by Sega. Alright. The second game is the other game I recommend that everybody play. Because, like, no one should miss out on this thing. And that is... Oh, it already had Clara as its commander. That's embarrassing. Huh. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's go with Clara. Anyway, the game is called Vanquish. And the other game is Binary Domain. And Binary Domain is also amazing. I cannot stress enough. I don't know if you've already played Binary Domain. Maybe you have. If you have, sorry I don't have another... Cost reduced. Ooh. Cost exceeded. Whoops. Yeah, Binary Domain is fantastic. It's, like, the most plot-heavy third-person shooter ever, and it's fantastically designed. No. Binary Domain is Yakuza Team, not Platinum. They're both Sega titles. Binary is, like, my all-time favorite third-person shooter. Alright, so what are we going to do in this T-85 fight? This is not first-person shooter. And Binary Domain specifically is the best because you spend the entire game fighting Terminators. Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, you spend the entire game fighting Terminators, and you can blow their limbs off and they keep coming because they're Terminators. And I gotta say, it's unbelievably satisfying. Alright, so we're doing Clara versus what? What's the plan here? Ridiculous turret on that thing. I guess I never looked at that before. Oh, no, we're going to go back to color. Yeah, I was just showing off how I sometimes play in black and white. We're actually going to play the matching color, don't worry. We're, in fact, going back to full color, because I can't take bland, normal colors. Versus German tanks. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Boom. Panzer 3. Panther G. Tiger 2. Jagd Tiger. And of course, our beloved Panzer 4 tank destroyer. Oh yeah, I'll check if there's a way to do sepia tone, which is, I assume, what you're talking about. Let me just check the settings, play with the colors for a second, then I'll add some T-34s to my team, and we'll get this thing going. Alright, so we can change the hue. No, that greens it out. That turns it purple. No, there's no sepia preset, frustratingly, so there's just more or less color. Right? Or you can change the hue to, like, prioritize red or prioritize green. Which is obviously not something we want to do. Yeah, it'd be great if there was a preset for sepia, but they just didn't bother doing that. Museum of History. Which game is this? Really? It has a Woodstock filter? Oh my god, I gotta load it up and take a look at that. Oh, Fallout 3, right! Yeah, Capital Wastelands. Isn't the National History Museum, like, right off the National Mall? Or am I remembering this wrong? Like, you know, the great big place with the ruins of the Washington Monument and the big empty reflecting pool? Like, isn't the National Museum right there? I'll put T-34s in my team. Okay. Alright. Any idea what map we want to see, or... Give me a heads up, if you got any preferences. Okay. Because you know me. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. I will always just pick the amusement park if it's up to me. I really do love Amusement Park South. No, I shouldn't take I should not take a KV2 on my team. That's going to make it too easy. Although, you know what? Maybe I take a KV2 on my team and I put the enemies up to like level 9 or 10. That actually sounds fun. Let's try that. Okay, KV2. Boop. Alright, I'd say wish me luck, but I'm not gonna go well. Okay, obviously we're gonna switch this over to Sandbanks and do this. No! What is it, like an old-fashioned headphone, like a 3.5 millimeter plug, or like your USB headphone? Oh wait, no. I almost left with the custom tanks. No. Ah, that's so embarrassing. Alright, there we go. Or else I'd be up against, like, ridiculously colored tanks. Which, I want to be the only one in ridiculous colored tanks. Weird looking fridge. Is that a... I feel like that's a trick question. Obviously the fridge. As always, I'm going with the fridge. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I buy all of my headphones at the dollar store. I go to the dollar store, I buy some, I mean, I can't wear earbuds personally, but I just buy like whatever their cheapest headphones are, and I figure my headphones are gonna last me a month or two, and I paid $2 for it. Although if it really is just a broken headphone jack, sometimes you can splice a new one on there. I'm terrible with electronics, but I know a lot of people who do that quite easily. Hell, I know someone who got a set of World War II, like, you know those flip out headphones that you see tank people wearing in the movies? Like the headset where you can flip it up so only one ear is going on. Anyway, one of those headsets. I know a guy who did that, and he rewired it so he could just plug it into his iPod, and it looked fantastic. Yeah, I was very impressed when I saw those, because he's got like an iPod, but he's got like these tiny World War II pilot or tanker headphones on. Oh, it's pretty awesome. Trying that again, except with a couple of T-34s. Oh, neck-mounted mics would be awesome. Yeah, Dollar Tree is the perfect place to go. I mean, personally, I'd go to Dollarama, not Dollar Tree, but it's the same thing, you know? They're all just dollar stores. What was that Zach Parsons said? Dollar Tree is the only tree whose roots are watered with human misery. Oh, God. Zach Parsons is the internet's best comedy writer. Just putting that out there. One of my longest lasting set of headphones ever was the headset that came with my original Xbox. It was like this behind the ears thing, and it clipped over both of your ears. It was super comfortable, and it lasted me like 5 years without any trouble. I used it for my cell phone as well as my game systems.
T3485 行動不能。試合終了。
Yeah, my 360 headset lasted me years and years and years as well. Microsoft, I don't know what it is. Like, when they made a headset, 2 systems in a row, it was perfect. I'll do... Oh my god, Rosehip's secret training. Yeah, maybe we'll try that again. Given how terrible I am at it. And yet, I never really liked the headset that came with my Xbox One. Although I never really liked anything about the Xbox One. Except for the better controller, obviously.
進します。前進よ。敵車両を捉えました。発射。ヤント T が行動不能。あと1両です。落ち着いていきましょう。止まりなさい。敵の位置発射。命中に装填完了よ。ナイスタイミングです。ティーガー2行動不能。試合終了。
So when you simulate the 24-hour Le Mans, right? I gotta ask, do you have a couple of different players? Do you have like 4 different people driving? Also, does the game simulate you having to stop and refuel 7 times? How does that work? I gotta say, that match went pretty well that second time. Because I didn't waste all that time on a single tank right at the start of the match. I was actually able to help out my troops and keep them from getting slaughtered. Well, I don't think it's without a single lapse in concentration. There are parts of Le Mans where it's a straight road for a couple of kilometers, and then you can kind of just zone out until your navigator says, okay, 45-degree turn coming up. I have no idea what we said we were doing next. I was so happy to have... Oh, right! Rose Hip! We'll do Rose Hip. Oh, Rose Hip secret training. Let's try it. You have to make a pit strategy before you start and map out which gas stations you want to use. That's fantastic.
Rules are special to be so be careful. それでは試合を始めます。前進なさい。
What was your matchup? No, and I'm sure that's true, but at the same time, it's a 24-hour race, so the straightaway, you gotta be able to take a couple of seconds, right? Just, you know, okay, we're good. Panzer versus Pershing. Panther versus 1 Pershing and 3 M4s. Wow. That sounds fun. Oh yeah, no, let's try that. Just let me take another shot at this. Well, this has been a disaster of a race. Let's go do that Cologne battle. So Cologne battle is 1 Panther against 1, you said Pershing, and 3 whats? I thought it was a Panther. Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah, San Andreas was fantastic, especially being able to do motorcycle drive-bys. Getting yourself a submachine gun on a motorcycle in that game was the best thing in the world.
ました。
They use the Iron Cross instead of a swastika because then it's legal to show the thing everywhere. Is the real thing. As with all video games, if you want to set it around the world, you have to downplay the swastikas. It's true of anime, it's true of video games. It's just oh, I left them at level 10. That's the issue that happened there. Let's just move you back down to... I'm like, how is it that that Sherman is shooting every 3 seconds when I know it should be taking it longer to reload? Well, you left him at 10, dummy. Well, only political in the sense that Germany is like, yeah, we have to make it illegal to be one of these scumbags. And the quickest way to do that is to take their scumbag symbol and make their scumbag symbol illegal. So if anyone has the scumbag symbol on them, you can just arrest them right away. It's actually a pretty good way of dealing with scumbags. And had the US government dealt with the Confederacy the same way, maybe we wouldn't have had all these problems. Well, no, I'm not kidding, but I'll stop being political. Just like, you can't help but look at what a good job that the Germany did about the Nazis after the war and think, wow, after Lincoln got shot, the Union really kind of half-assed it and gave up, didn't they? Yeah, just like, oh yeah, turns out Nixon's vice president was a dirtbag who really didn't want the South to lose. Sorry, did I say Nixon instead of Lincoln, or did I say Lincoln? I thought I said Nixon. It happens. I mean, not a lot, but it does happen. It's true. The Nazis ruined a perfectly nice symbol. Nothing wrong with that symbol. They ruined a perfectly nice symbol. They ruined a perfectly nice country. And they ruined a perfectly nice mustache. Nothing wrong with that mustache. But now nobody can have it. And of course, they also ruined the name Adolf and Hitler. No one can be named Adolf or Hitler anymore. And I know to a certain extent, like, I mean, it's not that Hitler was a made-up name. It's just, you know, it was not his family's actual name. It was a whole thing where the dad, who was not psyched to be half Jewish, wanted a name that was less ethnic-y, so he just went with Hitler instead of HOGuru. But that happened before Hitler was born, so technically he was born Adolf Hitler. And my favorite, though, is that, yeah, nobody gets to be called Adolf anymore. Nothing wrong with that name anymore. There's plenty of Heinrichs out there. Like, Heinrich Himmler was a worse guy. We got no problem calling people Heinrich. I got plenty of Heinrichs in my family. But, Adolf? No, we're just retiring the name. I know, right? Yeah. Just like how after Christmas Carol you can't be named Ebenezer anymore. Like, perfectly good biblical name, nothing wrong with the name Ebenezer. And then it's like, what if this guy Ebenezer was the worst, Scrooge was the worst guy in the world? Well, no one's ever going to name their kid Ebenezer again. So bravo, Dickens. You've defeated that name you apparently hated. Which, of course, he didn't actually hate the name. He saw a guy's gravestone. This is the true story that inspired the the character name and the book A Christmas Carol. He saw a gravestone, and it said Ebenezer something or other. I don't remember what the actual last name was. It wasn't Scrooge. Ebenezer, whatever his name was, a mean man. And he was like, how on earth? How on earth, like, awful of a person can you be, right? How awful a person do you have to have it say a mean man on your tombstone? But of course, it didn't actually say that. It said like meal or something like that because he worked in cornmeal, and he had just misread the tombstone. And but it inspired Ebenezer Scrooge, so it worked out. It's funny, right? Warface, you're not wrong about the tariff situation. But the weird part is, the deal they offered was, get rid of all your slaves and there'll be no tariffs on goods. In fact, the North offered a deal where they would recompense all of the slaveholders for all of the slaves. They would give them cash money for all of the slaves and end slavery. And the South said, no, instead we want to have a war. Because, as they said in their declarations of independence, slavery is the natural state of, slavery is the natural state of the Negro or something like that, and blah, blah, blah. You know, all the racist garbage they actually believed. So what is the, one tiger and one firefly versus, Sherman's? So yeah, it's like they were just not willing to give up their slaves for any reason. And the crazy part is, you couldn't have imported slaves for like 200 years at that point. You weren't allowed to import slaves for like 200 years at that point. There weren't that many slaves, and there were almost no slave owners. But, like, the rich guys had the slaves, and the rich guys wanted to keep their social position, so they were willing to get hundreds of thousands of poor people killed in the hopes of keeping their money and their slaves. What I'm saying is, there were some real scumbags on the southern side in that war. And the weird part is, like you said, there were so many racists on the north side, right?
Not Patrick Swayze.
Not Patrick Swayze. No, he was a good guy.
That's a deep cut.
That is a deep cut. Yeah, but it's like the north, like, racism was built into everything. But it's like, at the same time, you know, one of them was on the wrong side of history, and it was the ones who wanted to keep their slaves. That's why Firefly is so interesting. Control the Firefly? Oh, okay. Alright, I'll restart this in a minute. I want to do the tiger side. So we'll do, oh, that's why Firefly is so interesting, because it's like, it asks, what if the Civil War, what if the South in the Civil War had actually just been fighting for independence from federal government and not to keep slaves? That's the whole premise of Firefly. He read this book about the Civil War, and it's like the like all of the heroic people on the frigging South Side, all of these amazing warriors and patriots and whatnot who were fighting for this evil cause, right? And he's like, what if it was the same guys? What if it was all these amazing people, but they weren't fighting for an evil cause? Yeah, it was a really interesting idea, and that's why Firefly. You know, it could have been super interesting. It could have had a lot to say about America. It just never got the chance. Yeah, Fox is the worst. No, Maddie, the Revolutionary War was about leaving England. Civil War was about the South wanting to keep their slaves. And if you don't believe, that, just read the actual declarations of independence of the various states. Like, there's a thing where the vice president of the Confederacy gave a speech where he was literally just like, we're not gonna let the North take our slaves. We're entitled to those slaves. You know, screw you, the North. Like, Jefferson Davis was a circumspect dude. Like, he was a guy who was political, who knew how to speak, who knew to couch things. But his vice president was just like, I'm telling it like it is. Black people need to be slaves. He was a real dirtbag. Yeah, and, oh, Lee. And, here's what a scumbag Lee was. So his father-in-law, so his wife's dad, freed all of his slaves when he died, in his will. And so Lee and his wife, like, contested the will to try and keep all the slaves. Like, he went nuts at the end of his life. He didn't really mean that. He'd gone crazy. We can't just let slaves go. The guy, like, because even when you hear about good people giving away their slaves on their deathbed, like Thomas Jefferson, yeah, they still had family members who wanted to keep those slaves. Okay, so the next match is, I have the Tiger, I'm in the Firefly, I've got 3 buddy M4s who are deeply stupid, and I have to win the match by hitting the Tiger from behind. Is that what you're saying? Well, Frankel, you don't live anywhere near America, do you? Why would you know a lot about American history? I have to learn about American history because all of the art I watch comes from America. Or, you know, to a much lesser extent, Japan. But I don't know much about Japanese history. I know there was this guy named Nobunaga Oda. But that's basically it. And apparently, he wasn't a great guy. Did they damage my treasure? No, I damaged her treasure. Here we go. Alright, we got this. I think we got this. So yeah. Also, Ken Burns' Civil War is a fantastic documentary. If you haven't watched it, and you've got, you know, 12 hours where you're not doing anything, you should totally watch Kevin Burns' The Civil War. It's amazing. Although I actually prefer Ken Burns' The West, which is like this amazing documentary about how every myth you believe about the American West isn't true, and how the story of the American West is all of these people rushing out trying to win their fortune, and then dying horribly of dysentery, and then 3 rich guys come in and just take all the money. It was amazing. So yeah, Ken Burns' The West is my favorite Ken Burns documentary, but I haven't seen Ken Burns' Vietnam yet. Yes! Woo! Alright, so we're doing the inverse of this. I got a level 5 tiger. Oh, and what map should it be on? What was the Fury map like? Yeah, I almost didn't beat that thing. So now I'm playing as the Firefly. And what kind of, oh, you know, it's exactly like Oregon Trail. Like, Oregon Trail is just dead on. Like, that is a 100% accurate representation. Firefly! Oh, no. Boom. Muddy open field. So we'll do sandbanks, because that's the closest to a muddy open field in the game. And then you guys let me know what intelligence level the various characters should be at. Tiger! Okay, 3. And what do you think the tiger should be? Actually, what do you think? 1? Come on, can't be that dumb, can it? Of course, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't weigh in. Oh, the 3 Shermans have to get destroyed. Okay, well, I'll put them down to 1. I'll put the tiger at 5, and hopefully we can have that happen. Here, I'll record this and we'll post the video as a recreation of the movie Fury. Okay, perfect. Yep, alright. Capture is ready to go. 7? Okay, 7. And so what do you think is better for an open field? We've got... Our options are Sandbank, which has the big hill in the middle. Our options are Sandbank, Hills, or Golf Course. Which feels the most like it? Snowfield? But that one's at night. Isn't it a daytime battle? Again, I have not seen the movie. Okay, Hills it is. Start the recorder and we'll do this thing.
依然敵へなし。
敵が見当たらないわね。敵車両発見。
敵の情報が届いた。揺れるな。準備はできてる。下がれ。
正面走行避難。
どうだ。
正面走行避難。
停止しろ。
まだ引けるわ。ただし避難はファイヤーね。
当然だ。やるじゃない。
ティーガー1行動不能。試合終了。
Wow, that did not go well for the tiger. What's the request, Maddie? White Tiger. Never saw Stalingrad. Is it a good movie? I remember enjoying Enemy at the Gates, but obviously that's not... What are the white tigers? Yes, but Maddie, I have to play it. What side would I be playing? Yeah, I've got to hear this BC song. Yeah, no, I understood. Don't worry. But which side would I be playing at? You can't just watch a battle. I mean, it'd be cool if you could just watch a battle. I'd be playing the IS. Okay. Sure. I was hoping the Shermans would get destroyed as well, but the... I feel like I have to set the Tiger to a much higher difficulty level to make that happen. Or do it on a legit open field. Alright, so IS-1s. Let's try this out. Later, Jacob. So, Maddie, what map should this be played on? Yeah, we'll try the White Tiger next. Just remind me what that match is. After we're done this match. Oh, sure. Pitch one after the White Tiger battle.
これでいきましょうか。これでいきましょうか。これでいきましょうか。奇襲に備えてください。車両発見。止まりなさい。効いてるようです。いい仕事です。止まりなさい。正面走行の避難。装填完了。効いていないようです。正面走行の避難。前進します。装填完了します。装填完了。攻撃。装填完了。装填完了。止まりなさい。様子はどうですか。攻撃。前進するようです。機体を損傷した。いい仕事です。やりました。攻撃。装填遅いです。修理完了。急ぎこの場から離れます。これ前進します。あまり装填完了です。攻撃。装填完了。攻撃。装填完了。やりました。装填完了。マウス行動不能。試合終了。
Alright, so let me know what this White Tiger, fight is. I mean, obviously I'm in one tiger, but what am I up against? What is the, and what is the map? And what's the map? Now, AI battles where you can just put the camera wherever you want are great. All games like this should have a demo mode. Which, you know, allows for betting.
動不能。試合終了。
Ouch. So if you want to truly... Jesus Christ, advertising. If you want a truly epic battle simulator to watch, I'm going to recommend a little game called Eggs 1944, where you can watch World War II being fought by two different colors of eggs, and you can just let them fight it out, and you put the camera wherever you want. It's pretty dramatic stuff.
依然敵へ。様子はどうだ。撃て。外した。装填どうした。装填完了。撃て。あまり効いてないな。前進しろ。敵車両ロスト。敵車両発見。はっ、撃て。弾かれたか。装填完了。撃て。効いてるな。そうだ、それでいい。交代しろ。9時方向から砲撃を確認。気づかれた。履帯が外れたぞ。装填完了。左側面に被弾。撃て。 T3485 行動不能。てるぞ。どうなっている。行くぞ。装填。よし。装填どうした。行くぞ。敵車両を捉えた。10時方向から砲撃を確認。撃て。よし。正面走行に被弾。装填完了。敵車両を捉えた。はっ、どうだ。それでいい。そうだ、それでいい。12時方向から砲撃を確認。装填どうした。装填完了。どうだ。前進。
不能。試合終了。ルールは殲滅戦。相手の車両を全て撃破したチームの勝利ね。それでは試合を始めます。
依然敵へなし。依然敵へなし。敵車両発見。撃て。聞いてるな。行くぞ。二次方向から砲撃を確認。装填か。撃て。よし。足止めか。敵そうだ。それでいい。撃て。敵車両485。行動不能。されてるぞ。どうなっている。行くぞ。装填左側12時方向から砲撃を確認。装填完了。よし。行くぞ。敵車両ロスト。敵車両発見。止まれ。撃て。聞いてるな。そうだ。それでいい。左側面に撃て。3時方向から砲撃を確認。装填完了。まずいな。
ティーガー1行動不能。試合終了。
Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. It's not going well, as you can see. But I blame a lot of that on how unbelievably slow... Wait, the Tiger and White Tiger was an IS-2? Why was it fighting T-34s then? I'm so confused. I mean, I'll switch to an IS-2. I don't mind. I love the IS-2. But, you know... Why is it fighting... I'm so confused. Hey, Warface, you have a good night. And, enjoy your game.
は殲滅戦。相手の車両を全て撃破したチームの勝利ね。それでは試合を始めます。前進します。依然敵影なし。交代します。敵車両発見。
I understand that, Frankel, but I'm sick of losing.
攻撃やりました。いい仕事です。装填遅いです。離体を撃ちますか。装填完了。攻撃効いてるようです。いい仕事です。攻撃かなりのダメージですね。交代します。 T3485 行動不能。こちらが押されてるようです。装填完了。効いてるようです。左側面の被弾。いい仕事です。止まりなさい。攻撃効いてるようです。どうやら気づかれてます。 T3485 行動不能。まだ頑張りましょう。車両を捉えました。いい仕事です。攻撃効いてるようです。いい仕事です。止まりなさい。一時方向から攻撃をする。敵車両を捉えました。めちゃくちゃ軽いな。行きます。さすがです。いい仕事です。11時方向から攻撃をかける。正面装甲の被弾。外れたように。左側面の被弾。修理完了。急ぎこの場から離れます。さすがです。どうやら気づかれてます。装填完了。敵車両ロスト。敵車両発見。T3485 行動不能。いい仕事です。 送電完了。一時方向攻撃を確認。T3485 行動不能。負けに負けては送電完了。敵車両ロスト。停止敵車両発見。さすがです。装填完了。T3485行動不能。試合終了。
Okay, that went better than I thought it was going to. I was actually really happy with that one. What is next? People, I mean, you can just check the Steam activity. Before you buy it, go to Steam activity and check how many simultaneous players it has. Like, Steam can tell you that for literally any game. It is pretty old. I know it has a large player base. I mean, there were tons of people when I was playing the new Vietnam content. But yeah, just you can check how many simultaneous players there are on any game at any time. It's not complicated at all. It's not hard at all. Like, Steam always does that to make sure that people, you know what they're getting. So what, we got time for one more match. What are we going to do? I do not know exactly where it is, but that's something you can easily Google. I never do it myself because, you know, I don't play online games. Tiger 2 versus Tiger? That does sound fun. What kind of map? Well, we can, if this is way too easy, we can reload it with the Tiger P. Cole, you can suggest one and we'll see how long this one takes to play. Have a good night, Maddie. All right, yeah, that didn't take too long. So what's going to be our last one? All right, do we have a map pitch? I need a map to fight this on while I set their challenge levels. I have not heard Heron Blue. I will have to do that. This is the continuation war? Okay, now I'm kind of psyched to see what it's like. I do love the STG, though. It's pretty badass. Also, Alice in a pink BT-42. What more can you possibly ask for? Oh, yeah, I guess in the Le Mans game, it's also, of course, real day-night cycle and random weather, so wow. That's terrifying. Oh, Snowfields is where it should be fought because it's continuation war. Right. Okay, my bad. Let's go do that.
相手の車両を全て撃破したチームの
接
勝利ね。
敵した場合は突破せず相手を釘
試合を
付けにしよう。
始めます。
行くぞ。
前進するぞ。これだ。これだ。
敵車両発見。撃て。外れた。よし。
前進するぞ。
撃て。よし。
装填完了。
リタイ撃て。よし。よし。
装填完了。
撃て。
交代。
よし。よし。
装填完了。
T3476 行動不能。
撃て。外れた。よし。
装填完了。交代するぞ。
地弾急げ。
やった。
戦闘に支障はない。
撃て。装填完了。撃て。止まれ。装填完了。
右側面に被弾。問題ない。いいぞ。よし。
装填完了。
銃で体を切り離せ。そら問題ない。いいぞ。装填完了。問題ない。いいぞ。10時方向から砲撃を確認。はっ。問題ない。いいぞ。よし。やってやる。
装填完了。
T3476 行動不能。
装填完了。敵の位置情報。傷問題ない。昼飯の角度か。地弾急げ。総敵左側面に被弾。問題ない。いいぞ。
修理完了。
T3476 行動不能。
装填完了。様子はどう？交代。問題ない。いいぞ。装填完了。11時方向から砲撃を確認。前進。問題ない。いいぞ。そろそろか。装填完了。照明走行に問題。
BT42 行動不能。試合終了。
Yeah, remind me about the Halo battle next time and we'll try that out. That was close. We almost had it. I'll take one more shot.
相手の車両を全て撃破したチームの勝利ね。
突破せず
それでは
相手を釘付け
試
にし
合を始めます。これだ。
行くぞ。敵車両発見。敵車両を捉えた。撃て。昼飯の角度か。よし。敵車両発見。撃て。よし。よし。撃て。よし。よし。はっ。敵車両を捉えた。撃て。
T3485 行動不能。3突行動不能。
行くぞ。10時方向から砲撃を確認。これで行く。敵車両をロストした。敵車両発見。はっ。撃て。効いてる。よし。
ターゲット行動不能。
撃て。よし。9時方向からよし。時短嘘。はっ。敵車両を捉えた。撃て。
T3476行動不能。
敵車両をはっ。撃て。よし。よし。12時方向から砲撃を確認。装填完了。撃て。
T3476行動不能。
敵車両をロストした。装填完了。敵車両発見。遺体を切りつ。
T3476行動不能。試合終了。
That's right, we did a tread purge and a sliding kill at the same time. That went great. It was very entertaining. Alright, so we're going to be calling it there. Wrapping up the stream here. This has been our Girls and Panzer stream where we, you know, story missions, black and white, random called assignments. It's a blast. That was a badass shot. I agree. Anyway, I have been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you had a good time and you'd like to see more, this button's coming up in the video version. questions, suggestions, go in the comment section below the video. Be sure to check out the Discord channel if you want to be informed of when these streams are going to happen. Girls and Panzer is generally Saturday nights, but we do streams all the time. Oh yeah, slow-mo and replay would be nice. Although you can just, you know, play the video back in slow motion too. The video's not going anywhere is my point. Yes, coming up tomorrow night. I have no idea what we're playing. Probably a bunch of new games. That should be fun. And of course next week, fingers crossed, the developers of Crying Is Not Enough have promised us a copy of the game. So we're probably going to be playing the hell out of Crying Is Not Enough. Oh, and also we're going to be finishing Omen Sight because we got like 1 or 2 days left to do an Omen Sight. So yeah, we're going to finish Omen Sight. All right, I guess that's that. I will see all y'all. Is that the plural of y'all? Yeah, all y'all back here for that. But until then, au revoir.